Why is that?
Because you use force and pressure to make it cut, and that's when you slip and actually cut yourself.
Okay. Everyone, this is Richard Roman with us, and you brought us something that is going to take care of that. It's the Sharp Shark set of 2. We're going to get 2 of these. Countertop 2-stage knife sharpeners. 2 easy payments of $10.73. This one is customer top rated, and over 45,000 of them have been picked up. Why? Because it's really good and it works, and it's a great product. Low feature price and the 2 easy payments, those go away at the end of the day. And it's the last day at the low featured price. We have this for you in a red, green, and purple, and you see your colors right there. Purple is the most limited. And the coolest thing when I saw this is it sharpens, obviously, knives, serrated knives.
Correct, it does.
That's a hard one to find.
That's right.
Food processor blades. So if you guys got our QVC2 big deal, think about that. Blender blades, you know, if you're Vitamix, if you're, you know, those blender blades are not as sharp as they used to be or you wanted them to be, think about getting that for this. Pocket knives, hunting, fishing knives, all of that in seconds. It's not too late to get a picture of this and say, Dad, this is coming to you. So tomorrow, give him the picture and say, this is on its way for you, for all the knives that you want to keep sharpened. So tell me how this works.
So it's 2 stages. You see there's a 1 and 2 there. Now, I have over 20 years in the business, you know, with restaurants, catering businesses. This is the simplest, most effective sharpener I've seen. That first stage right there, you can see there's little metal grooves in there. Those are tungsten carbide. They're harder than the steel on your knife, so they break down the edge to reestablish the angle that makes it sharp. But then stage 2 are ceramic honing bars. They're going to polish it to that very, very fine razor's edge. But what really separates Sharp Shark from every other sharpener and why I love it, patented suction cup design. So what does that mean? Why is that important? Because you can secure this to any smooth countertop like we're going to do right here.
Okay.
If you have corian, if you have granite, you have marble, and there's a little clasp here, okay? When I engage this clasp right here and push down on it, I'll wait from the, there you go. You see that right here? When I push down like this with my hand, it's now secure to the countertop. Okay. So I could literally move this whole table, Antonella, but why I love that is because instead of putting your hand near the blade while you're sharpening and making it dangerous, you can take it away. But how about ease of use, okay? One-handed, smooth operation, just pull any knife, serrated or straight edge, and this happens to be a knife that's over 20 years old, okay? It could be new, it can be expensive, it doesn't matter. A few passes through those tungsten carbide grooves, I've recreated this sharp angle, right? Now I go to stage 2, and I'm honing the blade. Now you can actually feel it. It's sharper. It's also a smoother pull.
Can I try it?
Yes, you can. Please do. Please do.
Should I start, do I start at the beginning of 1,
Sure,
or do
1.
I have to stay at 2 now?
No, you could go 1 again.
Well,
don't worry
I never
about
knew how to use these.
Sure.
What do I do? Pull it towards me and rock?
Exactly. And no, you just have to drag it
Just
gently
drag
so
it?
the whole blade is contacted with the tungsten carbide grooves. And you don't have to don't have to push hard.
You
And
don't.
No, you don't. And here's the thing. There's a little arrow on top which shows you which direction. You always pull it in that direction because you don't want to go back and forth. It's one direction.
Where's the arrow?
There's a little arrow right there.
Oh, here.
So
Now,
here, in
I
fact,
like
don't know
that
if
you
can
told me
see
that
it.
because I thought I had to like saw back and forth. I never know how to use these
It's a little
things.
tiny arrow, so it tells you the direction to pull it toward you.
You guys, you know what I do is I throw out the knife and I get a new one.
Yep.
I don't sharpen my knife. I think my knife is no good anymore, and I throw out my knife and I go buy a new one. How stupid am I?
No, and this is, I'm glad you just said that because when you get this Sharp Shark, it literally is like getting a brand new set of knives because every knife in your drawer, straight edge or serrated, can be like it was the day you first got it, brand new and razor sharp, because when you use a knife, eventually it's going to dull no matter what.
How do I know when it's done?
It's really 6 to 8 passes depending on how dull a knife is, but here's what's a great thing.
This is just going through like ice now.
I
think I need to stop.
So look at the edge here, okay?
Okay.
You see how glistening that edge is now?
Oh dear,
okay?
yeah.
But here's the real test. How about a tomato, all right?
Yeah, watch your fingers.
So I want you to see something. This is a 20-year-old knife. Watch what happens. I can drag it. And
Let
I
me
mean
do it. Let me
drag
do it.
Go
Let me
ahead.
see.
I want you to see. Now this is
I want to see.
This is a big 10-inch chef's knife, okay? So don't be.
Oh, oh my goodness. Now that, oh boy, I
Look
need
at how
one.
perfect the
Will you look at
slice
how
is.
thin the slice is? Oh, that's a blade there. It looks thinner in real life. That doesn't look quite anything to brag about, but
no, that's
gee whiz.
So, and this is the thing. You just said before, a dangerous knife is a dull knife, right?
Yeah.
Because when the knife is dull, you actually use pressure. So here's what we're going to do, okay? We're going to show you how any knife can be sharp in your drawer. So I'm going to intentionally dull this knife.
That's what I don't know how to use, that thing. What
This
is
it's
that?
a steel, okay? To use a steel, and I know how to do this, but it still takes a lot of practice. You have to get the perfect angle, and you have to get the knife going in the right direction, all right? So most people wind up dulling knives, but here's the other thing, Antonella. Look at the direction I'm going with the knife. If you slip, you're going to cut yourself.
Yeah.
So let's show you though. I'm going to take this knife. I'm going to run it the wrong way on the steel. Watch what happens when I do this. I'm going to do, this is called flattening the edge of the blade. It's called blunting the blade. And oftentimes people, when they try to sharpen a knife with a steel, this is the result they have. I want to show you how dull this is, okay? Now I'm going to try to cut a sponge, right? Okay. Now you said what makes a knife dangerous? Look how much pressure I'm putting. I can't get through this sponge. I can slip. I can't cut a sponge. So most people would throw this knife out. It's useless.
That's me.
No, go to your Sharp Shark. Those tungsten carbide grooves now are going to actually break down the metal. You can hear it, and you can see little shavings coming off the knife. That is reestablishing that angle. It's the angle that makes the blade sharp, and I can feel it starting to get easier to pull through after about 6 passes. One more pass. Now I'm going to go to the the ceramic honing bars, and you hear that noise is a little different. It's fine-tuning that edge. So now this blade that just couldn't cut a sponge a moment ago, take a look at this. Watch what happens now. Watch how it goes through. It is like brand new.
I love that.
So imagine if every blade in your drawer could be razor sharp like it was brand new.
That's what I want.
It's awesome.
Boy, what a saving me money.
That's right.
Okay, no, wait. Now, Richard, two things real quick.
Sure.
Number one, this one.
Yep.
Look, the serrated edge.
Serrated edge.
Serrated? How do you say it? Whatever.
Serrated, yeah, that's right.
One,
Absolutely.
the one with teeth.
That's right.
How do you do that one?
So it's the same thing, but here's the thing I'm going to emphasize. When you're doing serrated, again, it's a gentle pull. You don't have to push down hard. You just have a nice gentle glide. Really lightly pull it through in one direction, and what it's doing is those little grooves in between each of the serrations, you're getting a nice sharpening. Now that's about 4 times, and again, there's no set number of times, 4 to 6 depending on it. Go to the ceramic honing bars.
Is this a new thing where you can sharpen a serrated edge? Or
well, you know what? You know what the problem is?
What?
Most people that have a sharpener, in fact, I'm going to just show you, you can see here. When you see the angle, you see how glistening that edge is?
Yeah.
That means it's razor sharp again. I mean, you can just see the edges look like it's brand new.
Let me see. Cut something with it. That's what I want to see.
Let's cut another tomato.
Great.
Now, again, the knife when it's sharp is going to glide.
Ooh,
and
let me do it.
Glide through the knife. Here, you do
Richard.
it. Do it, please.
Gee whiz.
When a knife is sharp.
Oh, that's much nicer.
Yeah. Do you notice how you don't have to put any pressure at all?
No. And you know what? And to sharpen, I was pushing down.
Yeah.
I thought that's what you have to do.
No.
You don't. You just glide it right through.
Glide it through.
Okay, my other question was, why 2 of them? Why'd you give me 2? Because it's an offering of 2.
Well, here's the great thing. If you have one, keep one, give one, or this is what I love, okay? So if you have somebody who likes to fish, or if you have a vacation home, think about this, okay? Look, this is the other thing I love about it, by the way. Look how compact this is, okay?
That's awesome.
I actually use the suction cup, put it on the top of this tackle box, all right? It doesn't take up any space.
That's awesome.
You could tuck it in a small drawer, like I said, if you have if you have an RV, you can throw it in the RV.
How long does this last? Because here's the thing. Now I'm gonna take one of yours.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bring it home with me.
Sure, please do. I love it. I love it.
Now I have a lot of knives.
Yeah.
How long does this last? I mean, how many knives can I pull through?
To be honest with you, I've had the same sharpener for over a year, no issues. Now, I mean, and I cook a lot, so that's a very good question. I don't think this has really much of a shelf life. It's tungsten carbide, so when you think about tungsten carbide, it's harder than the steel. It's actually shredding the steel on your knife to recreate the edge. There's no maintenance. I mean, literally, when you're done sharpening, you shake out the little metal shavings, just bang them out, and you can see these little metal shavings here.
Yeah.
These are coming off the knife. There's no cleanup. That's it. Just bang it over the garbage, and that's it.
I'm excited about
Isn't
this,
that
you
awesome?
guys. Okay, some reviews. Let's read those. It says, because this one is customer top rate. It's got 5-star after 5-star. Terrific tool. I'm buying more for stocking stuffers. So that's a good idea.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then let's read another one here. We got ours today. We put one to the test right away. The dull knife can now cut like no one's business. If they're still available, get them. By the way, let me remind you of the colors. Now, you get 2 of all of them except for the red. The red one's going to be coming home with me. So if you get my packet, call me. I'll send you your other one. But it's red, it's purple, and it's green. Purple, only 2 dozen of these are left. Red is going quickly too. So if you're like me and you end up throwing out the knives because they don't work anymore, blah, 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 you know what? They do work.
Yeah, we always say a knife should never have a shelf life unless you literally break that knife in half. You just keep sharpening it. And again, any type of knife. So if it could be a super small pocket knife, so, you know, in the tackle box, it could be a big heavy cleaver, or it could be a Santoku blade. It doesn't matter. It's gonna work. The only thing it won't work on is scissors.
Okay.
or ceramic knives, okay? So any steel blades. But I'll tell you, this could not be easier. The reviews, I love reading how people say, I can't believe with just a few passes, and it's one-handed operation.
I can't believe
You
either.
pull it through, okay? And you do not have to press hard. It's just a gentle drag. You can feel the tungsten carbide really breaking down that metal. And then those ceramic honing bars, you're going to notice it's a different feel and sound. That's just giving that finishing touch, taking out those little burrs. And now this blade is going to be like brand new. So when you go to the kitchen, and I just want to show you, when you have a sharp blade, you don't have to use pressure. It's literally gently, and I mean just rocking it. I'm barely even holding this knife, but because it's sharp, it goes where I tell it to go.
goes through like
That's the
butter.
way every knife in your drawer can
Can I
be.
put my steak knives through?
You
Because
could-
my steak knives are getting kind of,
You
they don't-
certainly could.
Yeah. What about that knife over there, that filleting knife?
Yes.
That's serrated, filleted. It's a bendy knife. What
That's
is it
right.
called? I don't know.
Well, this is kind of a hybrid of a knife. In fact,
Here, you wanna
my
talk
good
about it?
friend
Well, I
Tony.
wanna do it.
Oh yeah, my good friend Tony knows this knife very well. You could put this through no problem.
Tony, am I good? So here's the cool thing. So you don't press down, and at
No.
first you feel
No.
the drag. And you're like, oh, okay, it's rough, it's draggy. It feels like it's really, really working. And then little by little after each pass, it starts to smoothen
That's
out.
right.
Then by the time that you get over here, to which one is this, like the refining?
These are the honing bars.
Okay, so then the first time you go through there, same thing. Oh, but at the end, you know you're done with the knife.
That's
because
right.
it slides through like butter.
That's correct.
Like butter. Okay, what can I do
well,
over
let's cut
here?
this in. We'll cut this in half
All right,
first
watch
of
your
all.
hands.
All right,
watch
I'm
your
gonna look
hands.
out.
Okay. Oh, it just is so beautiful. I'm excited. I can't wait to go home and sharpen all my knives. I cannot wait. There's just something about having that perfect knife in the kitchen.
And then this, I'm going to tell you, you said as a gift, this is the one thing, because I have the pleasure of presenting a lot of great items, but when I give this to somebody, they tell me week after, oh my God, I cannot believe how dull my knives were and how easy it was to sharpen with the Sharp Sharp.
Well, the
That's
other
my
ones
favorite
have always
thing.
been so confusing to
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Do I go in? Do I go out? Do I go up? Do I go down?
That's right.
And then I do what you said most people do is I end up rolling the knife because I've done it all wrong. And then what do? I throw it in the trash and go to the store. I buy another knife. So I'm just thinking, am I buying cheap knives? So then I buy really expensive knives. And the same thing happens.
It doesn't matter. In fact, I'm glad you just said that. All right, no matter how inexpensive or expensive the knife is, it's going to need to be sharpened. And no matter how inexpensive the knife is, you can make it sharp. Look at this knife. This is like a 15-year-old, probably $2 knife from the grocery store. You take it through the Sharp Shark, okay? And you just said it. You can feel the metal breaking down. I can feel it creating that razor's edge. This is 4 passes. Now I go to the ceramic honing bars, and notice how it's one-handed operation. I'm never putting my hand near the sharp blade, so I don't have to worry about it.
And that thing's suctioned down and safe.
Safe.
Now that doesn't look like it's going to cut anything.
Now look at
okay?
this, okay? I mean, look at...
So let me do it. Let me do it.
Okay, you do it. You do it. All right, here, you do it. Go ahead. Give it a
'Cause
shot. Be careful.
You're a chefy guy. I'm just a kitchen mom. Oh my gosh! I swear to God, I'm so happy right now because I'm just. You know, I'm going to save so much money not buying knives constantly.
Razor thin. Look
at that. Look at how talented I am. I am multi-talented. That's awesome.
And look,
Give me a high five
It
on
took
that.
you all 30 seconds to learn how to professionally sharpen your knives, get them razor sharp.
I'm honestly really, really happy.
That's awesome.
I've thrown away so many knives. I've spent so much money on knives. I've watched videos on knives, and I can't get it right.
Don't throw them out. And here, one more thing. Look at Antoinette. I just want to look at this.
Yeah.
Look how there's no wasted space. It's so compact. It's not going
It's
to
like
take
a
up
little
room in your drawer.
ladybug.
Look at
It's
it.
the size of a little ladybug.
I love it.
Okay, that's the red. Don't forget, you get 2 of them. Purple's completely sold out. 400 gone. Just 200 remain in the red, so don't wait on that. Can I have this?
Yeah, that's yours.
Thanks.
That's yours.
I need it.
Somebody's only getting one now.
Thank you, Richard.
Thank
that
you.
was
Oh,
awesome.
it's great seeing you.
I'm going right home. I'm sharpening things. I got to run. No, I'll be right with you. Ice cream. Oh, it's time for ice cream. Oh, isn't it the best, you guys? It's summertime, and just the other night, my favorite thing to do in the summertime is get an ice cream cone, fill it up. Now go buy it, like at the store. You fill it up, right? You sit on your porch and you eat ice cream, and it's a summer night. Those are childhood memories, and they're fabulous. But you know what? Making your own ice cream makes that even better. You know the ingredients that are going into it. It's fresh, it's wholesome, it's a lot tastier, and it's a lot less expensive. But if you're like me, now you're thinking about the big space in my freezer that the actual container's gonna hold, and oh, do I have the salt, the rock salt? I gotta make sure I have the rock salt. You don't need any of the above with this. Meredith Lawrence, our cooking instructor, QVC's on-air chef. So no more keeping the container in the fridge, no salt needed. This is brand new. It's over 25,000 of them already sold, and they're at a low feature price and on 6 easy payments of $16.49. And the cool thing about this is there's no commitment to a flavor.
No.
Let me explain that. This will make that popular size that's in the grocery store that costs,
gourmet
yeah, a
size.
bunch of money, that's quart size. Okay. Well, if you get this, you can make your own gourmet, all wholesome, natural ingredients, however you want to do it, sugar-free or sugared, quart size.
Pint
and if you
size.
pint size, I'm
Pint,
sorry.
yeah.
And if you don't like it, you only did it in a pint. You didn't make a gallon of it, right? You didn't make a barrel of